Hello and welcome. This is an amazing podcast. This is D the Hurricane.
Oh my god. For the fourth week in a row, I forgot to come up with a name. I'm not even going to waste any
I can't
time.
believe that you're so committed to your bit right now that you're willing to humiliate yourself in front of our audience of like two people. I appreciate it.
Hey, three.
I'm sure all 3.5 of them are disappointed in me right now. Yeah.
Should I? Oh no, are you? Am I? Okay.
You forgot to, didn't you? You forgot to.
I am Matt, the guy who tells it like it is, the guy with the stormy opinions, and the only person who tells the truth.
God damn it. Matt the Maelstrom.
There
God,
we go.
good lord. I literally came up with that on the spot while Modi was ranting.
Oh no, D!
God.
I can't believe you took the thing I said before the episode where I said it was Matt the Maelstrom, and then you used that just now. Wow, that was the idea that I had. God damn it! Hi everybody.
We are talking about... I was about to say Chainsaw Man, but we are talking about Trigun Stampede episode 7. Ha! I knew it. And honestly, this is probably one of my favorite episodes so far. What you guys think?
Interesting.
Oh man, I no, it's not one of my favorite episodes so far.
I think it's on the lower end of my list. Actually,
probably the same.
Yeah, I think it's on the lower end of my list, just because.
I don't know though. I have to talk through this. I don't know. I really don't know.
It's fine. We'll discover our feelings along the way.
Yeah,
that's the magic of podcasts. Okay.
Yeah, because for me, it just hit the perfect trifecta of seriousness, weirdness, action, and utter anime bullshit that I just freaking love. like all of the action in this I thought was really top notch. The fight scene between Dash, Nicholas and Livio was top tier. My constant theory that all of the villains of the week are exponentially more likable than the main villains maintains to be constantly true. Because like literally the first line of dialogue out of these new guys' mouth had me sold on them immediately.
Wait, who specifically? The pirates or the blue-haired guy?
The pirates.
Yeah, fuck the blue-haired guy.
Yeah, the pirates were hilarious. Like, they wanted selfies.
I like how they kidnapped the reporters because they wanted them to report on them, whereas I thought they'd be holding them hostage, but they're no, like, no, yeah.
Okay, here's what I'll say about the pirates. They were completely... You were right, Matt, at the end of last episode. Yeah. I was, like, defending them. There was a lot of stuff I was defending last episode that this episode I just feel dumb. But anyway, yeah, you're right. They were completely pointless, but at least they were funny. So yeah. I give them a pass.
Let me repitch this episode for you guys to where I think it would be the superior version. Cut out all the bullshit with like the Phantom of the Opera guy, Livio, whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah.
And like cut all that shit out with the organization. Cut out those characters and just have it be the Raiders are like taking over this. Are like raiding this ship thing or whatever, and something anime bullshit happens to where it's like going to go on course to an orphanage, and that's the episode instead. Because honestly, I found Livio. Is that what his name is?
Livio.
Yes.
Like Livio.
I found him like an afterthought to this episode, like a weird distraction that I think could have just been cut out from this episode or like even the show in general. There's just like. I think they should have just focused on like the pirates being the villain of the week, and
okay, you know what?
Just like had that, yeah.
That's the other thing. Like, I give the pirates a lot of credit because they had a plan go in there. They got their job done. They got their picture for like Outlaw of the Month, and they got the hell out of there when they saw things going south. Like, what the hell was Blue Hair's plan? Like. He literally just napalmed the bridge between him and their number one assassin incredibly hard. And I'm trying to figure out, like, you had like his brother, you had him under your thumb, and then you just fucked him over in the most aggressive way possible. Not only did you try to like send a sandboat into his hometown, not only did you send a sandboat into an orphanage, you also armed the plasma cannon to vaporize it and then send the sandboat into bulldoze. Like, he was going to scorch earth it and then turn it into a parking lot. Like, what the hell, dude?
Like, okay, make the episodes about the pirates, and at the end you can reveal that the pirates were tipped off by, like, the organization, that, like, this ship would be out there, and that's why the whole situation happens, instead of, like, having all this, like, other stuff. Plus, this episode could have used, like, a lot more levity, and I feel like if we got more of the pirates, like, that would have been the case. It's just, it feels like we're getting all these, like, very emotional, serious episodes, like, one after another, and I fucking need a break from that stuff.
The faux emotional stuff.
Yeah, it's too edgy for me. Like, my edgy meter is, like, it's, like, ticking.
Oversaturated.
Like, it's, yeah, pretty much.
Oh my god, I love how horribly this ship was designed. Like, we have a giant plasma space laser on here to get rid of obstacles.
It's like,
what the fuck?
Imagine,
you're in a desert.
imagine if airplanes had just casually carried nukes. Like, you know, like, what's going on?
I mean, they could say it was like an old mining vessel or something.
Also, well, no, they said that they put that weapon on the ship because it was used to like destroy obstacles.
Yeah.
But like, why can't you just go around? Like, I just don't get it. Why can't you just go around?
It's a weird thing for like a desert planet to have, I think.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's. I mean, okay, so they made an explanation for it, but it's obviously just contrived, I think. There's a lot of stuff that's just contrived.
They're just like, we want our cool, like, thing. We just wanted a big laser on it, and
okay,
fuck
you know
the explanation.
You know what? My only thing is, okay, you could argue, you could make the Titanic argument where, yeah, they need, it's like a failsafe. If they can't turn around in time, they can just blast it. But it takes so long to charge. You had, like, this thing turns faster than the laser charges up. What the fuck?
What did you guys think about this is actually probably my favorite part of the episode, the machine gun fight between Livio and Wolfwood.
God, I loved it so much, but I'm about to, I have a hot take, and it is going to be something that kind of blows your mind. I don't think Nicholas's weapon is all that practical.
No.
Wait, I actually came away with the exact opposite opinion, so I want to hear what you have to say about this.
So I was like, okay, and this is going to be, like, I was looking at how he's holding it, and I was just thinking to myself, as he was taking cover, it's like, man, it's too bad he doesn't have a giant hunk of metal near him that he can just hide behind. And I was just thinking, like, wait, he can't, because he has to, like, literally put his hand around it to hold it. But then I was like, dude, if they just put a handle on one of the side, like a handle on the opposite side of that freaking cross, A, he could aim it better, and B, he could use it as a fucking shield. He never uses this thing as a freaking shield. He rarely uses it as a shield.
He did.
If it's meant to be double purpose as a shield, it's a really shit shield. Because the amount of like area that it covers, like maybe if there's like a little like thing where it activates like an energy shield with like in between like each of the points, but there's just so much open areas to it. It's a really cool weapon, but it's horribly impractical. I don't know if you guys ever carried a thing that was like perfectly like cubic or something with like sharp edges, but it's so hard to maneuver that around.
That's what I'm saying, like if he had like a handle on it, he could use it as a shield and he could carry it better. But the other thing that drives me crazy is the reason that came to my mind was he was taking cover behind a pole.
Yeah, you can see him. You can see him so obviously, like it was sticking out. You could tell every movement he was getting.
Okay, I have a question. Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Am I crazy? I definitely saw him use it as a shield, and I specifically noted that in my mind because it was so cool.
No, he used it as a shield. I'm just saying it's an awful shield. Like, of course it works because that's how like the show's gonna like do it, right? But like, it's just, you gotta have to suspend your disbelief about how like actually impractical this weapon would be. And I'm fine with doing that with this show because the show's already like so like impractical with everything. But also it makes like tense moments kind of weird because like when you have your combat that ridiculous, it's kind of like weird, I think. But yeah.
How did he hold it? Did he not have a handle?
No, he literally like
a handle. He just grabs it.
Yeah.
He just he had his arm around it, and then he was okay. Wow, that is dumb.
Also, dude is skinny. Like, he's so skinny to be carrying that shit around.
The thing is thicker than he is.
Well, he's not really. He's like a superhuman, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Did he take drugs for that though?
Yeah.
I thought it was funny when like they went from long range, like shooting each other, to like just turning the swords, like the guns into like swords, and just having a sword fight with them, and then they just machine gunned each other at point blank range.
Again,
that was great. That was
this
great.
Is
actually,
peak weaponry.
Yeah.
Honestly,
yeah.
okay, that's the one thing I'm a little concerned about. That kind of disappoints me because this is an insane desert planet. And it would have been so much cooler if all the pirates had the really over-the-top, stupid weapons. Like, oh man, I have my Allen wrench that has like 5 machine guns duct taped to it. Or like, oh man, I have my like pistol that's taped to a pipe so I can hit people and then shoot them.
You've been watching too much of your own show.
That's the thing. Like, and then you have like the main villains who have like the more like streamlined, practical weapons. But even still, I really enjoy how batshit everything is.
I like the fact that Wolfwood is, at least in this whole situation, he's being consistent because, like, in that previous episode when he killed Vash's friend, what was his name? Was it Rollo?
Yeah.
The kid. Yeah. He was like, yeah, your friend's pretty much gone and he's got to go. And he was willing to do the same thing with his own friend. So at least he's, like, consistent about it. So I liked that.
I think the payoff isn't. I think him killing himself is kind of ruins any of that kind of payoff.
Well, he's not dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Matt,
which you could argue makes it even worse. But
listen, Matt, he only shot himself in the head. Okay, everyone knows that's not fatal.
No, I love death being inconsistent all the time. It makes it really easy to.
Yeah,
to feel the stakes of a situation. Yeah,
that I have to admit, I wasn't even planning on talking about this because my mind went past it. But that has to be one of the worst things ever. Like having a character shoot themselves in the head and then survive. Why would you do that? Why not just have them die in some ambiguous way? Why would you have them shoot them? Oh, I forgot he's a cyborg. Yeah, okay, I keep forgetting. Okay. Never mind. Forget everything I said then. It makes sense then. It makes sense.
I mean, okay.
Then again, never mind. It doesn't make sense. I take it back because Wolfwood killed Rollo by shooting him in the head, and Wolfwood was just about to kill Livio by shooting him in the head, and Livio shot himself in the head thinking he would die. So him being alive makes no sense at all. Never mind. I take that back too. Yeah, you guys have any thoughts about that or no?
I have thoughts about Livio as a character. Unless you guys want to like say something else before I get to that.
Wait, he was a character. Wait. Are you saying he was a character? I thought he was a prop.
I was going to fucking get to that.
Well, yeah. Go ahead.
Fucking this whole thing with Livio. Okay, it's a little bit different since they're keeping him, but it's still like really annoying to me. Like he's such an annoying part of this episode because everything that we know about him is like generic kid flashbacks where they're friends. He's not a character outside of that. And you can say like that's kind of the point of him, but it makes any kind of emotional payoff that the show's actually going for completely fucking worthless because we don't even know Wormwood or whatever the hell his name is at this point. Like that much. So I hate it whenever anime keeps on doing this thing where they introduce a character like in an episode, wants you to feel for them a lot by showing shitty flashbacks of them as a kid being like, I'll follow you anywhere you go, and then like their current character being nothing but like a weird violence terminator, and then like instantly like dying off that episode. And sure, he didn't die off this episode, but that still made all the payoffs preceding this me just being like, okay, sure, whatever, I didn't care about him anyways, fuck him.
And that's the other problem, like he has no personality, like he doesn't even say anything. Like this is such an egregious example of the anime screaming at you, telling you, ordering you to care about a character, but It's so surface level
And
for
they
me.
just did this with Rollo. I don't like. Okay, this is such a common thing in anime in general, like especially shonen.
Rollo was way better executed than Livio though.
Yeah, yeah. It's because Rollo had like a lot of emotion and like betrayal in his like motivations for doing things. Livio is just like he's so boring to me. Like I felt besides like him doing cool action moves, like he's just such a nothing character.
A nothing character. He dual wields crucifix machine guns.
You were saying aspects about him. Anyone could be doing that, okay? Also, it just makes me. I don't like. I'm not a big fan of the Undertaker, to be honest. Like, he's kind of out of the main four. He's my least favorite. I don't like the edgy anime boy. That's like.
I think he's still my favorite, but I also think it's not that difficult of a competition. But more on, like, another thing about Livio is, do you guys have any thoughts? Like, maybe I would have to assume the fact that he's still alive, he's going to be used in the future. So do you guys have any thoughts on like the role he's going to play later on?
My thoughts is I don't care really because they didn't give me a reason at all to like care for him. At least in my opinion, I didn't. There's nothing there besides like generic anime flashback thing where he's like, I want to be just like you.
Honestly, my biggest issue is I feel like they could have and should have killed him off because I feel like there's no like narrative potential for that character really.
He should have never been made. He should have never been even made. He should have just been cut out of the fucking unless they do something really cool with him later. Sorry.
I think
he has
maybe
to grow a personality first for me to be able to expect that.
Yeah, I can't really see what he could be used for because I feel like Wolfwood's character arc is pretty much done with this episode, right? I feel like, well, at least whatever character arc they were setting up before got completed. So I don't know what's gonna happen more with Livio. Maybe they just didn't want to kill someone. I don't know.
Well, that's also the thing. I don't really know. Like, how did Wormface change in
Wolfwood?
Wolfworm.
Yeah.
How did Wolfpack change in this? Like what was the arc that he went through?
He went from not like wanting to end it like right away to like giving, being able to give things a second, being able to give peace like enough of a chance. Like he wanted to self-destruct the ship because he thought there was no way and it couldn't be saved. He also thought Livio couldn't be saved. He thought there was no way, but Vash showed him that there was a way with both situations.
I think they could have gotten the same thing. Sorry, go on.
I was also going to say, like, I'm pretty sure he's no longer working with the villain organization now because, again, napalm.
I don't know though.
That's another thing I was going to... Well, here... So, sorry, Matt. I just...
Go.
Yeah, go. Another thing related to that is... we already knew he wasn't going to, but after this episode, I'm 100% sure Wolfwood is not going to betray Vash at this point.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's not. Like, he's too pretty to do that.
Yeah.
I think they could have gotten the same like arc, same sort of like moral for him if they just cut Livio from the episode and instead had to like grapple with the idea of like do essentially the trolley problem but with like the orphanage and the ship, where they're like, okay, we have to destroy the ship in order to save the orphanage or something, and then Vash is like, no, we're gonna do it fucking my way or something.
Take that and your trolley problem.
I feel like if that happened, we would have ended up calling the episode like shallow.
I think it's already shallow. I think
maybe,
like,
maybe, but I don't think that would have been better.
I think it would have made it more lighthearted too if that was the moral dilemma, and then the pirates could have been the main like antagonistic force this time, and it would also be funny because the pirates are funny.
Indeed.
I do like the pirates as the antagonistic force. I want to see more of them. I hope we do. Especially, I kind of like their character designs.
Yeah, they're neat. They break up the really sort of was it muted colors? I don't know.
They actually feel like the type of character design I would expect, in a sci-fi, sci-fi series. Not that the others are bad, but yeah, I just like
Oh
that
yeah.
type of aesthetic specifically.
Honestly, I think they hit the perfect level of detail for those characters too.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, I like those guys. I mean, I like pirates in general.
Mm.
So, and the fact that they're funny, it just makes them even better. I want to see more of them.
God, I would have loved it so much where you had that scene where like Vash like takes out the two pirates that were hanging around Meryl and Roberto, and then when the other ones come in, they're just like, "Oh my God, Meryl and Roberto are in trouble. We have to go save them." And then that's when the whole fight breaks out.
I still feel like they're kind of sidelined in this episode though, because they
Yeah.
put like a weird emphasis on Livio that I think goes very like does very little for like what it could have done.
Yeah.
So I feel like they should have just focused on one of the antagonists, and then if they wanted to, like later on, they could have had an episode where a bunch of the antagonists caught up with them together, and that would have been more like entertaining.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I agree. What was the blue-haired guy's name again?
I don't know.
Guy.
Magneto.
Okay, all right, guy. I'll call him Magneto.
Mm.
I hope he
Yeah, I'm
dies.
sorry. I'm sorry. I don't
know.
know what I was on last week, but Magneto was a terrible character. Magneto was
I feel like so validated right now.
Yeah, I don't know what was going through my mind, but watching him this episode, especially that one scene when he's sitting there in the car and then like he raises his hands. I don't know, like what's going on.
Why are the main antagonists so edgy? Calm down. Like, show you're not that. Like, be more goofy pirates, weird scientist guy whose, like, son keeps getting hit in the head.
I
See,
think
if
what
they
it
were
is,
just like mustachio twirling over the top psycho villains, it could have worked. But the fact that they're just taking themselves so seriously,
And the show's
direct-
taking them seriously. The show's
Yeah.
taking. That's the main problem. The show is taking them like they're badasses and cool. It's like, no,
Yeah.
stop.
They're weebs. Calm down.
I was hoping a pillar was gonna fall on him specifically.
See, I would have loved it if as soon as like they redirected the laser, they got hit by that.
It just killed both of them. Yeah.
do you guys have any other thoughts? There's really only one more thing I want to talk about with this episode, which is the big thing, Vash being a plant. But do you guys have any other things you want to talk about?
I think overall the show keeps speedrunning like emotional payoffs, and they want to have the like edgy book 3 Avatar moments without their season 1 Avatar moments of like we're just messing around and forming bonds, and like you can have like that serious stuff later on, but like it's like they're getting to that right away. It's like episode 1 was and like episode 2 were like the only times they actually had time to like settle down and have fun, but now everything's just so much. Like, I don't know.
The plot has no time to breathe. Everything is just like event. There's no moments where the characters just like chill out, hang out, and just like enjoy each other's company. And I'm not saying like we need like a bottle episode, but like just having like again more villains of the week where the characters just act off each other instead of like being thrown around by the plot.
Yeah, that's why this episode I think would have been better of just like pirates raiding this thing, and then it's like this almost comically stupid moral dilemma of like, do we destroy this transport vehicle with all those people on it, or do we destroy the orphanage? And then you could still have that sort of moral quandary between like our sort of two main characters, right? And plus you have the whole. I liked what was going on between Meryl and Roberto. I think they're my favorite characters, oddly enough.
Definitely,
because they're given time to like be characters instead of like doing all this action bullshit. And I think that's why. But I really like those two.
Me too.
But I would just like more of that, because also it's weird because like I almost view them separate as like Vash and Wolfwood.
Wait,
honestly,
who?
Like they like I don't think they have that much, like they haven't shown them doing that much stuff together that makes me like view
the
them
reporters
as like a friend group. Yeah. I feel like they're almost like separate from each other.
Yeah, I
honestly
agree.
I kind of feel like if this entire show was just like about reporters going around this desert planet just discovering and writing about stuff, and then you just had Vosh and like Nicholas be like the two muscle bodyguards for them, that would have been a way more interesting kind of thing.
I think so, yeah. I would have liked a whole like series of just like Roberto and Meryl going around like different planets and just like weird anime bullshit happening, but like we get to be from their perspective, being like, wow, look how weird this stuff is and how crazy it is.
I'm starting to feel like this show's probably not made for me. I feel like this show's made for someone who actually watched Trigun before, because I feel like the context. Oh wait, you've seen Trigun, haven't you?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say.
Although I will say it makes me want to watch the original or read the original Trigun.
I'm curious. Yeah.
Because like all these predictions and suggestions we're making about the story probably don't make like all of this stuff probably makes a lot of sense to someone who knows how the story's going to go, and they're probably getting something completely different out of it. They're probably like seeing like getting different Easter eggs and like different angles and things like that, whereas us, we're just seeing it like we're just trying to figure out the plot.
See, I think it's the kind of thing where like it's like if you so when I was like reading Naruto, I stopped watching the anime and I just read the manga, and whenever a big moment was happening, I watched in the anime. I feel like it's something like that where it's made for like the manga readers, and it's just all the really big moments, just so they can be like, oh man, when this happened with all the crazy like, and now it's all in crazy 3 CG, it's awesome.
Yeah. That's what I think about it. You guys have any other thoughts?
I'm good.
I think I might have, but I can't remember. I think
Vash plant. Guys have any theories or anything about that?
Oh, I don't really. I'm still confused on the whole plant thing. The whole like planets thing, or
I guess there isn't really anything to. I guess we're supposed to be confused.
Yeah.
I don't think we're supposed to know much. I just thought it was interesting. That
the alien was neat.
Yeah, I think so. I guess he's probably in some sort of. He's obviously not human. He can live for a long time. Yeah, it's
because that's the thing. Mm-hmm. They were the only like quote unquote humans that weren't in like cryopods in the first episode.
Right.
Oh, that's true.
Well, weren't they though? And then they just got woken up out of them, or no?
Nope, we never saw them sleeping it out.
Okay, got you. So maybe those what do you think those cryopods might be like other plants or something?
I'm thinking those were humans, but since Vash and Knives weren't like humans themselves, they could survive longer and they didn't need to be in the cryo.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this is what my prediction is going to be. Vash and Knives are an alien species that were supposed to like help out humans. Knives all of a sudden decide like, you know what, humans aren't worth like saving. We need to like this planet should be like belong to the plants. We should be the ones in charge. So that's why he killed all of them off. And then Vash is just like, no, we can be friends with humans. All life is valuable. Yada yada yada.
Yeah, I can see something like that. I'm curious to see what the payoff is going to be with all this stuff. Because it's pretty obvious now that they're saving it all to the end. So yeah, should be interesting. Any final thoughts?
I'm gonna start carrying around an anime like typical dialogue bingo sheet. Specifically, there's one. I think one of the goons said, "What the hell is this guy?"
There we go.
And I'm like, that's so. I feel like I've seen that like in every single anime I've watched like multiple times.
You're gonna torture yourself if you.
I'm gonna fucking make a bingo sheet of like generic ass dialogue, or even like villain goes on rant about how his messed up thing is actually done out of love and he's doing it for the good of society. It's just.
Now that I think about it, I'd be surprised if that doesn't already exist.
Probably.
Okay, so remember Masaka or Impossible or Baka or Nani?
Sugoi.
Yes, can't forget Sugoi.
I think someone actually did say Sugoi this episode.
These are just Japanese phrases. I'm talking about like very specific. Also, like the way they're said with like what the hell is this guy? Like really.
Well, yeah, those things are that kind of thing, Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like we're not just talking about an average Nani, we're talking about a Nani Masaka.
I swear it's the same voice actor too. Like you could tell like the villain goons sound like a certain way, and then like you also have the like good side goons like also sound like a particular way that's slightly different from the villain goons, but like they all have the same voices throughout each shonen anime, and I'm seriously wondering if they had the same voice actor for them.
Yeah, they
It's
do
not
have
even
a
like
lot
a complaint. It's just a thing that like I swear I've heard that, so I'm gonna fucking hear that in my sleep.
Okay, ratings. I'll start. I'll give my rating. I would
Okay.
probably give this episode a 5.5 out of 10.
Ooh.
What about you
I'd
guys?
give it a 8 out of 10. I enjoyed the action. I enjoyed the spectacle. I enjoyed all the shit that was going on. I was really like certain they were just gonna they were just gonna like jump forward and just not show all this on screen. And the fact that they did makes me really happy. And yeah, had a good time.
Okay.
I'm having trouble here because it almost feels like I know it's not fair to like rate it like this because it feels like I'm giving suggestions for like how this show should like be better, and it feels like it's like doubling down and being worse. And I know that's not what's happening because this was already made, but they keep on being
They're
like
watching this podcast. And they're like,
they're like,
nope,
oh, you're
nope,
annoyed
nope,
by anime
nope,
bullshit. Let's fucking get you annoyed by like nothing characters that are like so edgy. Let's fucking we fucking stupid. You want lighthearted fun, like sci-fi, like Western fun? Just fuck off. No, we're doing like weird.
You really should try out Space Dandy.
Yeah.
Probably. I hate to copy you, but I feel like a 5.5 is appropriate.
Ooh.
And wait, honestly, like it's like not like it's the worst episode. I still think I really don't like episode 3 more than this, but like
I agree.
I think with the context of everything, where it's just starting to like wear on me, which is really unfortunate because I really like a lot of elements from the show, but it sucks. I hate all the anime stuff. Anime was a mistake.
I love anime when it's not being anime.
Exactly. Like, give me an anime that's not an anime, please.
Yeah.
This is why I'm here, folks. Okay, I'm the negative.
Avatar is my favorite anime because it's not an anime.
Exactly. It's so true.
Yeah, I don't know. So I don't know how much left there is for the series. If it's gonna be 5 more episodes or 17 or whatever. But yeah, I think now I'm at the point where I don't think my expectations are not high anymore. Like I've lowered my expectations now to like a level that's like okay. I don't think like last episode I was saying maybe there's gonna be like it's gonna start rolling now. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think we're just gonna keep getting more of the same. So yeah, that's how I feel about it.
That sucks though. You're right, but it sucks.
All right, so yeah, that has been our review of Trigun episode 7. And
Out of all the villains of the week you could have kept, you kept the weird like cyborg guy that has no personality. Give me the fucking wheels guy, the bomber. Easy Bomber, what's his name?
Yep.
Give me him instead.
Seriously.
Or Rolo, at least his design was really cool. Please.
Damn.
I maybe Rolo will come back. I don't know.
Maybe. It's not gonna be the same though.
It would be cool if like maybe all the villains that we thought died. I mean, since they're just reviving villains anyway, maybe they'll just revive Rolo.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
just a giant boss gauntlet.
Yeah, they just all come back at the end.
Revive Easy Bomber. Revive the fucking worm.
We should start a Twitter
Mad
hashtag.
scientist.
Bring back Easy Bomber.
Did the mad scientist even die?
Unclear.
I don't remember. Yeah.
You guys hand chopped off, so he should die. But this is anime, so
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's it. That's our review of episode 7. Tune in next week for episode 8, and thank you for watching. Bye.
thank
See
you.
you next time. Bye.
Bye.